remarkable, really, that Manchester United haven't won 2 successive Premiership matches since October. You can be sure that Leicester will be trying their very, very best to ensure they don't manage to do it today. Jaap Stam, the giant Dutch defender. Wes Brown. Time for a change of sides. Blomqvist. Beckham. Giggs had it taken off his toes by Izzet. Berg, though, finding Irwin. Now Giggs. Blomqvist. Teeing up the cross for Dennis Irwin. And it comes all the way through to Dwight, Yorke, surely! Manchester United take the lead. And they don't come much easier than that. If there's one man you don't want to leave unmarked, it's Dwight Yorke. But here's Cole. Beckham. Brown on the overlap. Beckham won't use him, though. He's picked out Giggs superbly. And it was a reasonably comfortable save for Keller in the end. Guppy, Lennon. Slips it through to Muzzy Izzet. Schmeichel comes out and bravely goes in where it might have hurt. But a rare opening for Leicester. Blomqvist. Cole. It's run through and Blomqvist is going to get in here. Back to Andy Cole. Great block by Izzet. United were moving into the kill then. United one up here. Leicester trying to do something about it with Steve Guppy. Here's Zagorakis. Can he get his shot in? Yes, he can! And it's a screamer! From Theo Zagorakis! What a superb goal! And how much of a lift has that given Leicester? As he making a starting run. Guppy, that's a decent cross, and it's going to come to Camargue! Oh, what a miss! What a miss from Pontus Camargue! That was a golden opportunity for Leicester to take the lead. Giggs. And it's going to run here for Cole. And Andy Cole is through. And you know what that means. It's a goal for Cole. Leicester went for a snooze. And Andy Cole was wide awake and made them pay. Blomqvist. Irwin round the back. Back to Blomqvist. Cole is there. Yorke is there. Andy Cole! Oh, he's glazed it over. Well, he does get a lot of chances. He does score a lot of goals. But he also misses a few. Phil Neville. Keane on to Yorke. What a fantastic turn past Walsh. And here it's Cole! And that's going to be 3-1. It's a double for Cole. And once again, that summed up his perfect partnership with Dwight Yorke. Yorke left Walsh for dead. Here's Irwin. And now Dwight Yorke's going to try and latch onto this. Oh, a mistake by Keller, and he will latch onto it. And it's number 4 for United. 2 for Cole, 2 for Yorke. Chelsea and Aston Villa and others beware. Manchester United are starting to look absolutely awesome. Holothorn now. Campbell is out wide. Delivers a decent cross for Walsh, and it's come here to Guppy. Oh, and it's going to go hit off Walsh. I don't think it was quite the way that Leicester planned it somehow, but they have scored a second goal. 2-0, we'll keep shouting until the end. It's Cole. Trying to send it through to Keane, and he did it the second attempt. There's the cross for Yorke! Oh, on the volley. I'm sure the United fans might forgive him that miss. Totti to Parker. And Carragher's pulled it back. And Totti turned, and Phil Neville's in there, and he's just managed to scramble it away. But this was a bit of a scramble. Totti turned well. It got lost in a few legs, and Phil Neville, having not did it very convincingly first time, did do so second time. Lennon had to thread it through to Campbell, but Irwin kept a check on that. And Taggart's mistake has let in Cole here. Andy Cole! It's off the bar, but Dwight Yorke will tuck away the rebound to claim a hat-trick. Five goals for United. 5 stars for them as well. Taggart's error that time. Irwin. It hardly requires much effort now from United. Blomqvist gets it back from Yorke. Oh, and it's going to come through here to Yorke almost. Good signing challenge from Zagorakis. Deeply disappointing afternoon for Leicester City, as they have been ripped to shreds, really. Beckham's cross, and hits Nam! And Yatstam has scored his first goal for Manchester United. And no wonder he's smiling. Stam breaks his duck, and it's 6 of the best for United. It's all over at Filbert Street. Dwight.
The keeper. Good possession now for McAllister. Forward to Huckerby. It's into his stride. It's still Huckerby! Coventry ahead again against Chelsea. His 7th goal in his 3rd match, and still on course for just possibly a hat-trick of hat-tricks in consecutive matches. On board. 4 minutes into stoppage time in the first half. And Frank Leboeuf has squared things up. His 5th goal of the season, and how Chelsea needed that, and how Coventry haven't deserved it. Fabiaro. One last chance for Chelsea, and they've done it! Unbelievably, it's Di Matteo. 4 minutes into stoppage time in the second half, as Leboeuf had scored 4 minutes into stoppage time in the first half, and Chelsea extraordinarily have pinched this game, extended the unbeaten run, and will suggest maybe that this was one of the games that they probably didn't deserve to win, but thanks to Di Matteo, they surely now have.
And fresh from his Barbados holiday, no question a massive challenge lies ahead, but this particular beach boy's determined to bring good vibrations to the city ground.
What they've got to know, what the boys have got to know, is they've got to battle, scrap, compete, contest, work very hard, because we're not going to get anything easy, but there are 17 games to go, you know, and if we get 2 or 3 wins quickly, who knows?
And I see in the programme it says you wrote your notes from the beach in the Caribbean.
I've got a long pen, yeah.
Well, he saved Sheffield Wednesday's bacon last season, and Ron must have thought he was still their boss, because he went to the visitors' dugout first and had to be redirected back to the right one. Perhaps he was suffering from jet lag, but if that had been the only setback of the afternoon, he'd have been a happy man. As it was, he nearly got another rude awakening in the very first minute. Stand-in skipper Dave Besant had to be alert to prevent Ray Parlour putting Arsenal ahead. At the other end, Alan Johnson forced an opening and forced a great save from Alex Manninger. But it was the Gunners who dominated the first half, Mark Overmars wasting a good opportunity on the half hour. Big Ron could see the danger signals, and he's not often been wrong over the years, so it proved. Emmanuel Petit's corner and Martin Keown with the header to put the champions ahead, and deservedly so. A deep-in swinging corner, Keown in behind Tony Adams, and the bounce deceiving Forest's defence. Keown's first league goal of the season. Arsenal in control. And they could have gone 2-0 up just before the interval. Nicholas Anelka through, but Besant did superb.
And went to Pride Park seeking to extend their unbeaten run of 7 games. But Jim Smith's Derby are no pushovers these days. Francesco Baiano didn't quite get the connection he wanted. Recent Rovers recruit Ashley Ward was playing against one of his former clubs, and his header brought a good save out of Mark Poom in the home goal. 9 minutes from the end, more good work from Ashley Ward set up a chance for Nathan Blake. And that miss was to prove to be costly. Soon after, Ward was caught in possession, and Derby broke swiftly. Tony DeRigo provided the cross, and Dean Sturridge set up Deon Burton's third goal in as many games since returning from a loan spell at Barnsley. It meant a first taste of defeat for Brian Kidd as Blackburn manager. Derby 1, Blackburn 0.
Liverpool continued their resurgence with a 5th win in 6 games. Southampton keeper Paul Jones handing Robbie Fowler the first, and that epitomised what was to come all afternoon. The Saints would have thought their week couldn't get any worse after their cup defeat by Fulham, but it did. Dominic Matteo's first senior goal in more than 100 games doubled the lead, and 2 minutes after he was celebrating goal number 1, Robbie Fowler also reached a milestone. He became the 4th player to reach a century of Premiership goals as the Southampton defence again just stood and watched. 3-0 down at the break, former Evertonian Dave Jones' half-time team talk repaired little, because 2 minutes into the second half, Saints let Fowler in again. That delightful layoff feeding Michael Owen, his cross, food and drink for Fowler, who bagged his second hat-trick of the season. But still, there was no let-up. Liverpool made it 5-0 when Jamie Redknapp's free kick was followed up by Jamie Carragher, and there was still more than half an hour to go. Southampton will have had nightmare memories of a trip to Merseyside 2 years ago when they lost 7-1 to Everton. On that day, Egger Lostenstadt scored for the Saints when they were 5-0 down. So when he again reduced the deficit to 5-1, perhaps the South Coast diehards knew what to expect. You'd have got good odds on Liverpool scoring 5 and Michael Owen not getting one of them. He did score number 6, though, Phil Babb playing him in. And Liverpool's emphatic revenge for losing to Southampton at Anfield last season was completed by David Thompson. They and Fowler were in a different league. Southampton have to make sure the same isn't literally true next season. Liverpool 7, Southampton 1.
You scored your